Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Starladder Season 10 SEA coverage Day 18. A little slow getting into the games today, Brian. Apparently, Invasion had some issues finding an appropriate venue, and then they got there, and the wooden PCs were very slow to download the updates and get Dota rolling.
PC bang life is it's tough, man.
It is a rough life. But we've got Invasion versus Insidious Idol. We'll look at the game here. I want to look at this grid though. That's really what I want. We got to wait for our overlays to update, but. I think Invasion are in really good shape in this group stage. They've been playing really well, and they are 5-3, so actually not quite as good of a record as I thought. Execration are the ones that have been tearing it up alongside Johnny's Revenge. They're both 8-1. Titan 8-2. So Invasion, they've got some potential.
If Johnny's Revenge wins, we get to see winner in Kiev.
Yeah, that is exciting.
That's super exciting.
Actually? I shouldn't say this out loud, but what is the format for the SEA portion? Is it just the top team in the group stage goes?
I'm pretty sure it's like the America one, where the top four play in a playoff.
A playoff? Okay, so the goal right now is top 4.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the way it's done.
Yeah, I've forgotten. I can't keep them all straight, man. Every region has its own thing. There we go. Statsman can look it up on the side here, but yeah, that means Invasion really need a win here. Invasion and Arrow are both kind of like tangoing for that 4th slot, and this is pretty darn important. So,
yeah, it looks like top 4, I believe, will play in a playoff.
Are you just making that up? What do we have confirming that? Oh, there it is.
1 team qualifies for finals, 12 team best of 1 round robin. No, that's China. China and America have top 4 teams.
Oh no, yeah. So China's SEA is just top 1.
It is just top 1.
That's it.
SEA. Oh wow. Okay.
Okay.
Go big or go home.
Yeah, seriously. Well, anyway, now that we've done our research, at the
and
very
so everybody,
last second possible.
if Invasion loses this game, it's actually probably improbable for them to make.
Yes. If they lose this game, they are.
Insidious is already out.
Yes, Insidious is definitely already out. Right now, the top here, we'll look at the grid again to make this a little easier for people to understand. But the top 5 teams right now still have a chance, statistically speaking. With 3 losses, you technically could still do it, but it would be one of those kind of like everybody loses, like some crazy tiebreak kind of a scenario. Right. So still looking a little grim for Invasion and Arrow, but not all hope is lost. It's IAP and Johnny's Revenge that are really in great shape, and I guess Titans still have a chance there.
Well, hopefully we'll do good. I get to see my boy Keshik Invo back in action. Those of you that are not familiar with Keshik, he was a 6th player for the Orange Squad that did so well at TI3. That's now the new Mushi's, or like now Titan. They've added Mushi again, so they've been together. But Keshik filled in for Mushi a lot because I think Mushi was having some issues there in the mid-season area at early 2013. Yep. And he played exceptionally well. He was actually playing Faceless Void back in early 2013 and destroying people. So it's kind of his meta. He can pick Faceless Void, one of his favorite heroes, and do well. He also had a very good Luna.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely. He has been playing well. I'm surprised to see Invasion's record. In my head, I would have thought that they were doing a little bit better in the group stage. So, well, they have been putting up good matches nonetheless. Now, in the context of this game here, we'll see Skywrath Viper picked up by Insidious Idol, Faceless Void Rubik for Invasion. So they are doing things a little differently here. They grab Ruby Tuesday and now the Treant. An odd pickup a little bit here. Viper, very good against Treant in context of heroes. Any kind of DOT just cuts through that living armor. Really good against towers, though. So far, Insidious Idol don't have anything to cut through the living armor on towers. They could look for something like a Dragonite pickup here for their last core. A Jakiro still in the pool. 2 heroes that will do a lot of work against the Treant. So still a lot of options for Insidious Idol. Hell, they could even go for both. Do the double dragon. We've seen that before.
Oh, yeah, double dragons.
And it's actually not that bad. You can melt towers. Literally melt
nothing beats thinking of just like themed lanes. Oh, my shirt's on backwards.
I had my shirt on backwards earlier too. I switched it, but if you look at the first cast, why does this shirt fit funny? Luckily, it has a Twitch logo on the back, so it kind of works out.
I'll fix that in a second.
Derp.
Speaking of like themed lanes and themed like lineups we saw the other day, did you see the Arthas lane coming out from Evil Geniuses? Were you casting that one?
I casted the Arthas lane, dude.
That
was
great.
Crazy. Yeah.
Omni Knight of Baden going to town. You got the
light and the dark.
Yeah, light and dark Arthas. It was great.
See, I thought Omni Knight was was based off of Uther's model, though.
It's
No.
not. No,
He's
it's based
not?
on. It's based.
He actually is the good guy.
It's
Arthas?
based off of Arthas. Yeah, it's based off the Arthas in Warcraft, like the pre-Frozen Throne, just the normal Warcraft 3.
Okay.
So
And that model is different from Uther, or I guess they're both
Yes.
paladins, so they look kind of similar
Yeah.
with big hammers.
Yeah, but it's the Arthas
It
model.
is
It's
actually.
not the.
We're going to be
it's not
serious
Uther.
here. This is Arthas. This is.
It is Omni Knight's model in Warcraft 3 Dota.
We're not
is,
messing around, man.
It is Arthas and not Uther.
That's some of my favorite WoW lore, man. I love the Arthas lore. But
Actually,
wow,
the-
Razor actually makes it into a 4th pick here, and Invasion will pick him up. That is the strangest part of this draft by far. Razor has been that first pick, first ban hero in pretty much every game we've seen, and my volume mixer is frozen. That's why we don't have any Dota sounds. Sorry, folks. I need to. Oh boy, yeah. Come on, volume mixer. You can do it. I need Dota sounds. Dota's not the same without sounds. It's just.
Few things in life are the same without sounds, man.
That's a good point. So, looking at this draft, Insidious Idol have a very conventional draft for this meta. Skywrath Earthshaker, a classic pairing we've seen a fair bit of. Viper really needs no introduction. He'll do just fine no matter where they put him, probably in the mid lane. And they'll have Centaur for the off lane. Dire side, be a little tough for Big Brad there, but he'll be able to handle himself.
I like
you know.
you've taken to calling him Brad.
I really have. Brad Warden, man, he looks like a Brad.
He's a Brad.
He
is
looks
a Brad.
like he's just Big Brad. That's,
Dude, he's the guy that's still playing for the team, even though he doesn't do workouts. He just does the 12-ounce curls.
dude,
He goes home.
he is the horse from Animal Farm. He's doing all the work. You know, he's the staple of the community, and the pigs, your Earthshaker, your Viper, they're plotting, they're taking advantage of him.
Reserve time.
But you know, that's why you draft the Centaur, so he can be
Radiant
that front
team
liner,
ban.
clippity clop. Insidious Idol, they'll ban out the Dragon Knight. That's interesting. I would have thought they would be interested in picking the Dragon Knight to try to deal with the Treant, but so far this seems like a really good game for Treant. He really shines against teams that can't flash
10
push. They'll just do a little
seconds
chip damage to
remaining.
towers,
Yeah.
and that's really where he can turtle up and delay for really
Dire
long
team
periods.
pick.
And well, it seems like Insidious Idol just aren't really drafting to try and cut through the living armor.
No, I think that's okay. It's basically just going to be lane like solidification for the Void and the Razor. That Razor already does pretty okay versus Viper, but with the living armor to heal him up whenever he's getting engaged on or roamed
10
upon,
seconds
it'll be
remaining.
even better.
Mm-hmm.
And same thing for having Faceless Void. They can put him in the
5
off
seconds
lane.
remaining.
I think they'll probably do safe lane carry with Keshik. I don't know what Keshik's been playing. Has he been playing mid?
He's
or?
actually been playing
Reserve
mid
time.
mostly.
Okay, so he'll probably actually be on the Razor instead of the Faceless Void.
It's hard to say. Invasion is one of those teams that is constantly moving around. I've seen Ghost play mid.
10 seconds
they're
remaining.
it's kind of a crapshoot until you really
Okay.
get into the game. So it could be an
5
off lane
seconds
Ketchik Void.
remaining.
He could be headed mid. It could be
Radiant
FCFZ
team
going mid.
pick.
No, is he a support now? Now I'm confusing myself. But they do fluctuate their roles a lot.
Okay.
Taking a page out of the PPD notebook. But Insidious Idol, they grabbed the Mirana, so some killer tri-lane coming
Alright.
out. Priestess of the Moon,
That is
Earthshaker,
a pretty
Skywrath.
scary tri-lane.
Oh yeah. Long range from the Earthshaker, you hit him with a silence, smack him with an arrow.
So basically, if they execute perfectly, they kill you.
Yeah.
So
10 seconds remaining.
that's always fun.
Yeah.
And
5
it'll
seconds
probably look for an
remaining.
off laner to round out the draft for Invasion. I'm not really sure.
Reserve time.
Probably. Either a position one or an off lane. They have a little flexibility here. Tide Hunter's been banned out. He's been all the rage.
just-
Um,
Safe. It's just like if you want solid lanes, it works. Oh, and there's the Venomancer. Core
hey, you were
Venomancer
just
like
talking about Veno. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the question is,
I don't think
how are
it's
they? How are they? I don't think it's bad either. The question I have on my mind is, how are they going to lane it? I would guess it's going to be a Veno mid, a safe lane Razor, and off lane Void, but there's quite a bit of flexibility
This-
with that Veno.
Every time I see a Sarah play, he's playing Viper. It's like he has like a lore like obligation to play a green dragon.
Yeah, I've noticed that actually. He does play a lot of Viper.
It's like, man, my name's Sarah. I got to play a green dragon. Like I can't.
Guys, please draft me a dragon this game. I require a Dragon Knight, maybe Jakiro.
Specifically a green dragon.
If we can't get a green one, I'll settle for any dragon. Even a dragon with 2 heads, it's okay. So, all right, let's take a look. Radiant side, it will be Ghost who takes the Venomancer. They have done a little swapperoo. FCFC grabs the Void, and Ketchik will take the Razor. So probably Razor mid, and I guess that means I can't remember who's more likely for the off lane. Is it FCFC or Ghost? But why no penalty? That is a good question. They should have a penalty. Second, Skype. They're all having Skype. Add me.
Don't want.
Add me. Ketchikimba at hotmail.com.
Oh,
Hotmail. Good old Hotmail.
I saw someone professionally sent me their Hotmail email the other day, and it made me kind of go,
yeah. My Facebook login account is tied to a Hotmail account that doesn't exist anymore, which is kind of a problem. Well, more connection issues. Welcome to SEA Dota, ladies and gentlemen. This is usually when I say Blaze.
How you doing, buddy?
It's time for a dad
joke.
joke.
How's your sex life?
Blaze,
you really need to see The Room, man.
I know.
You need to watch The Room.
I told you.
I'm actually kind of upset that you haven't seen it.
What is it? Is it Dota dad jokes? Is that the subreddit?
There's a Dota dad joke subreddit.
Yeah, Blaze loves that. That's why I tell him, like, Blaze, it's time for jokes. Let's see, dad jokes, Dota, and that's I don't know what it is, but he's always reading up. He came up with a good one the other day. It was a Portal one. Yeah, here you go. Dota 2 dad jokes. You ready for one of these?
Oh,
here's a Dazzle one.
This has no upvotes, dude. It's not gonna be good.
Okay, fine.
Why is Naga always sad?
Why is Naga always sad?
Because she's a siren.
She's a siren.
Oh my god.
That's terrible. A lot of these are pretty bad. Here 43 upvotes. Here, let's see if you can guess it before we move in. Did you hear why Abaddon was a cheapskate chef?
Because he always borrows time.
Oh, because he borrowed time.
Yeah,
you nailed it, dude. You spent a lot of time in the kitchen, though, so that's
I'm.
You've got a
I actually like try to guess the punchlines of bad jokes a lot.
I'm really bad at it.
Every time
I hear it, I think, damn it, I should have guessed.
Every time I browse the front page of Reddit and there's an R jokes post, they're always terrible. So I always try to go ahead and guess the punchline.
Yeah, I'm the worst at guessing punchlines. I really am. I don't think I've ever gotten one of Blaze's jokes ever. Did you played Portal, right?
Yeah.
His latest was why. Oh shit, I can't remember it. Something about Darkseer and Ion Shell.
Okay. I can't make the connection.
There's a character in Portal named Shell.
Yeah. The main character, the player character is called Shell.
Yeah, some play on Shell.
Okay.
Sounds
interesting.
You can think about digest that one a little bit, and we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
Looking at these lanes here, though, we're finally resumed, ready to get into it, and Invasion will have OK on the support Rubik. FCFC will be on the Faceless Void. Looks like he'll be in the safe lane. Ketchik will take Razor towards the mid. ADTR supporting away on the Tramp Protector, and Ghost will be in the off lane on the Venomancer. We'll be playing core. Does have boots first, so it's a speedy Venomous Mancer. And, he'll just be sitting up shop here in the top lane.
He's a speedy snake man with cool little hearts and spades in his name.
Yeah, very, very adorable. So, interesting ward choices, though. They'll put a lane ward down here in the bottom, and they'll get a ward down on their Ancient's high ground for a little bit of vision control. But Veno's going to be in Strug City. He's got no vision of this scary area, no vision of the pool. The pole, rather, not the pool. And the Dire have a lane ward down, so Veno's...
That's kind of scary.
It's going to be a rough life.
At least he's Radiant, but...
And at least he can scout with Plague Wards, but still...
Like we talked about how scary this tri-lane is. He's going to die, at least once. If he doesn't die at all, that is mission accomplished, man. Yeah. But I don't see him not dying at least once in this lane. It might even happen now. If he goes too far up, he's going to get fissured and blocked in.
Uh-oh, stand in ABC.
Being smart.
Yep. Good positioning there. So Shagasaurus will be off lane Centaur. Mid, won't be the tri-lane we were talking about. Ysera will take mid on the Viper, on the Mirana. They'll swap it up. ABC takes the Earthshaker. That puts Z-Red on the Skywrath, and Chu here will be on the Viper in the safe lane. So I'm a little surprised, honestly. Veno will rotate mid, starts the auto attacks commencing on ABC, does throw out the level 1 Venomous Gale, and does about as much damage as he can. Ysera finds his level 2.
Not much.
Yeah, not much. It's not a very potent level 1 spell. Not very mana efficient either at that first point.
No, it's not, especially when you have a mana pool of 195.
Yeah. This is really an odd choice from Insidious Idol, though. I feel like with these 3 heroes up top, sure, there's still kill potential on the Veno, but not to the same degree that there is with that, Marana.
It's not like Viper's that bad in lane against Razor either. Like, it's not great. It's kind of a wash.
Yeah, I guess they're thinking that Marana has that disjoint ability and can leap away from the static link, kind of that same QoP theory.
Yeah, okay, and they're on similar cooldowns.
I mean, there is merit to it, but like you said, Viper is not a...
It's lore breaking. Ysera's not playing the Green Dragon.
Yeah.
What is up?
I mean, Viper and Razor is just sort of a wash. They'll both find a fair bit of farm. There you go. Breaks the static link. So.
But at the end of the day, it's well, I guess Sleep only costs 40 mana, so they're just trading these low mana abilities. And it forces Ysera out of the lane, which is what... Like, if you're leaping away, that's what... Like, static link is doing anyway. Sure, yeah. Keshik isn't getting the stolen damage, but...
Well, the point I was going to make is, as we saw against the QoP in the game earlier, all you do is just not level static link. You put those points in the plasma field, and you become a really bursty Razor. But Keshik is committing to the link, which I find a little surprising. So we'll see how this works out for him. Marana is finding some decent farm to get things started. But both positions, one's farming pretty evenly. Void and the Viper, right around that 12, 13 CS mark. And, well, just about on point with one another. Ghost is halfway through level 2, holding on to that second skill point. But we'll probably want to go for a 1-1-1 opener. And Brad,
right. We're going for
he's doing all right.
We're going for the Sebastian.
The old wraparound.
The fucking mad 4-minute behind the tower gankaroo. I don't think that's going to happen, though. You could. I say that because back when fucking mad was still playing with Quantic and then whoever the other squad was, I can't remember who it ended up being. When he played Bane, you could set your clock by when he was going to go on it.
Yeah. Oh, Ghost. He gets blocked out as the Fissure flies through. This will be your first blood. Skywrath Mage will grab it.
We said
successful gank. Yeah, good rotation there. Down bottom, Shagasaurus gets caught in a telekinesis, but no follow-up. Little Pudgeling will be nearby, and that'll be his Tranquil Boots. Let's see. Can the Centaur avoid getting them killed this game? This
is just why Centaur is such a better offlaner than Venomancer, because he can actually do stuff. The problem with Venomancer is that like he's constantly scared that if he goes past the river, he's going to die. And look, he's going to die again here.
Veno, what are you doing, man? You can't walk up like that against all these heroes. That one is... He's just trucking up this way. Like, I don't know what he was doing so far up.
And see, the thing is now he's just going to feed if he goes back because he's given levels away. All he's got is 2 points in wards. He's just got his normal boots, no other stats items. He's only got 450 HP. And he can't. And a Venomancer can't go and rotate into the jungle.
Well, down bottom, they may find a kill on Shagasaurus to make up for it. Void gets a good time lock there. A little bit of luck going the way of FCFC. Secures the last hit, and that will be the first kill on the board for Invasion. So, steps in the right direction, but there's a rotation onto Keshik here. He'll send his bottle back on, what is this career? Coco the Courageous.
You haven't seen Coco before? Coco's legit.
Yeah, not too many teams use Coco. I like it. Yeah, he's cute. He's nice. Shagasaurus TP's back down bottom. Centaur is getting some decent XP here. He's found 5 last hits and nice early Tranquil Boots, but soon to be level 5. Now, Ghost, he might be able to grab a kill here. Possibly. Does not have a point in Poison Sting. Never mind. I take that back. Although Keshik is rotating over. And ABC in
interesting route.
Very odd.
Well, I guess he knew Keshik was rotating, so he knew he was dead if he went out towards the river.
Yeah, I know he's going to die anyway, so we'll just try and look for a better scenario. Not going to find one, and Ghost will find a recovery kill. Yeah, this is good news. And also, Faceless Void gets the tower kill down in the bottom lane as they push in with a siege creep. So that's a big swing of momentum for Invasion in general, and most notably the Void or the Veno, who all of a sudden has 900 gold.
Was the ROTK build to get Tranks? Or Treads. It was Treads, wasn't it?
I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure it's Treads, so you could Tread switch and still have a little bit more HP.
Yeah, I think Treads make a little bit more sense. Veno is...
I know he didn't go Arc Boots.
Yeah. No, I think it was the Treads.
Tread switching is pretty effective when just throwing down wards, too, because of how cheap they are.
Yeah, I like this build from FCFC. Not going for the Midas here. We'll just go Power Treads into the fast Mask of Madness, and with all this early farm he's picked up in that tower kill, he'll have that item just about when he hits level 6 with a lot of kill potential. He'll find a free kill on the Rubik in the bottom position. He gets the illusion room, but it will cost him everything, including his life.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
He just wanted some friends.
Mirana is getting kind of whooped in the mid lane here. Vano up top. Taking some damage, but will survive the onslaught. But Ketchik is doing a good job, and now moving into more of a plasma field-oriented build. 10 CS up on the Mirana, which is about a 50% margin. So he is really out farming her, and not so much the Mirana.
I think the decision to put the Mirana mid was just not great.
Yeah, because against this Veno, she would have free farmed in the top lane, basically. Nothing Veno can do to stop it, and Viper could have contested Ketchik a lot easier. And found maybe not the same amount of farm he has now, but I think a fairly comparable amount. Be more like on the 35 to 40 CS train rather than 45. Now up top, they will press forward. They'll go into Ghost once more. The Living Armor has already come out. Leech Seed onto Chu will help heal up the Veno. Not quite enough, but Tree's going to start branching him down. Okay, will TP in. They should be able to find a kill on the Viper.
Punches.
And that'll be the first one. Will it be only a 1-for-1? Maybe a rotation onto Z-Red. Ketchik coming over, but will take the wrong path and moves to the high ground. Meanwhile, Void uses the Chrono on the high ground and will find a kill onto the Earthshaker.
Good
so
movement out of Invasion.
Yeah,
Smart
big
TPs.
rotation, but they make it happen. They make the play at the plate. Baseball.
Oh, there you go. Baseball references.
Yeah, I know how much you like baseball.
Right. You know, it's actually, if you go and look, I've seen a list of just like baseball-related references just in culture that you don't even think about. There's so many.
Yeah,
you don't even think about it. It's kind of ridiculous.
It's ingrained in our culture now. America's pastime. Babe Ruth and shit. Well,
Keshik no. Okay, they did the run at him strategy and did not pay off.
Both teams will secure an early
we
mech.
got a really fast tree.
Oh no, this is a scary rune in the hands of the
tree punching gonna happen.
Yeah. Even with just a value point in Leech Seed, it's still pretty scary. It's for 94, pretty ridiculous.
Root slap.
But Shu does have a mech up, and he is level 8, so he's pretty tanky. Razor does have his mech complete, so both teams are kind of in fighting form, going for more early skirmish kind of style builds here. There's your Mask of Madness on the Void, so he does have a fair bit of kill potential with that Chrono. And going the very aggressive build, no points in backtrack.
Yeah,
Down bottom, Stampede. They go right in onto Ghost, and he just gets cut down. There's no surviving that.
You need to get like a soundboard and just play the Jumanji Robin Williams going Stampede every time. Like that needs to be a sound edit.
Needs to be a thing,
sound
actually.
edit. Like
why don't we have a soundboard of really awesome, fun lines? That is
perfect.
We need
it'd be
put
perfect.
some dev resources
Dota,
into. Here we go. FCFC goes right in onto Chu. Ghost will TP in, connects with the Venomous Gale. There is a mech to help buy Chu some time, but Time Lock, that'll slow him down, and now he is destined to fall. Faceless Void now on a killing spree, and that should push FCFC into #1 net worth, by a nice margin.
It's really smart by Invasion to realize how deeply into the slums of Strug City the Venomancer was, and to go ahead and put some resources top, and they got some return kills, and
he's level 6 now. Look at this, 3 points in the plague board. Looks like he's gonna get a double null tally. Like what is this?
I guess he's going double null tally, or he's gonna get a bracer and a
double bracers. Is he gonna go drums? This is a very odd mix of items. He
doesn't even have the Aquila. One of those is gonna be an Aquila.
Okay, probably a bracer and an Aquila. Yeah, I think that's the most sensible.
Yeah,
but interesting to see him not just upgrade to the
double
Bassi. Do they have
odd,
one?
yeah.
No, they don't have a Basilius. There's something to be said for just picking that up.
Some of that's going to be an Aquila. It's got to be one of those. It's got to be an Aquila. But it's weird that he's got the Belt of Strength, 2 circlets. It's just the stay alive build.
Yeah, man.
The tree gets cut down for firewood.
Well, homage to Robin Williams. Big Brad uses the Stampede once more, and
it just needs to be a sound edit.
Like look when he gets chopped down.
Like the RTZ playing Kyoto when he presses R thing, or what's the other one that's really funny? Oh, the DMX mod for Shadow Fiend.
Oh yeah. I saw Sonya had every time she got a follower or a sub, it was the Taylor Swift "Shake It Off."
Oh god,
that was nice. That got on. Or the
what
is the one every time Waka got a donation, it was that Naga voice. What is it? The depths offend me.
Okay.
Here we go. Initiation. FCFC. Chronosphere onto Z-Red. They will use the
good
Moonlight
dodge.
Shadow, but it won't matter as the Chronosphere reveals, and that'll be a 1-0 to get things started. But Brad coming right in. The mech gets popped from Razor. That'll buy them some time, and a lot of damage coming out onto the Dire side. Now they'll use their own mech, and Invasion will sound the
Dire's
retreat,
middle
as they'll be
tower is
happy with a
under attack.
1-0. And no follow-up from Insidious Idol can secure a kill. A little bit of space created up top, though, as Ghost starts stacking up the Plague
Dire's
Wards
top
and
tower
chipping at
is
this
under
tower. He did go
attack.
back for the Bassy ring, so now he can push a little easier.
That was a really smart heads up play by FZFC to not tunnel vision too hard onto his target there and still notice when the arrow came flying in and being able to dodge it and finish the kill.
Yep.
Sacred
Oh,
arrow
arrow
coming in.
mid. They'll split. Very nicely done. Just whizzes by him and takes a few leaves off the tree, but now he will survive. Takes the silence and will make it out. Ketchik almost finishing off ABC. Stampede used. A beautiful steal from Rubik. Catches all three of them right after the Stampede. Stops their initiation. Dead in their tracks. And Insidious Idol will not be able to find a kill off that one.
This guy's okay.
He's just okay. He's an okay Rubik. Quick thinking there, and really well-placed fissure. Top lane, tower just barely out of deny range as Chu comes back in to make the defense, but this is the annoying part of Venno. You leave him alone in the lane at all, and he just shoves in with those Plague Wards, now sitting on level 4, 450 hit points on those things. It's pretty ridiculous.
I would tend to agree there, sir.
Well, mid-tier 1 tower, very
Not
low
long
as
for life here.
Ketchik presses forward. I think he'll be able to finish this one off. No glyph available. And arrow.
Dire's
Ooh,
middle
hits the
tower
illusion.
has fallen.
And Razor will get the last hit on that one. So Ketchik furthering his farm, and that will push Invasion into the lead now by over 2,000 gold. Small experience edge for Insidious Idol, but Invasion getting that snowball rolling, and they should be able to grab this top tier 1 tower pretty easily if they make a rotation, which it appears they're doing.
What's really funny right now, if Venomancer Gale's Viper, he'll probably take more damage. It's 25 DPS from the Corrosive Skin, and it's 30 damage for the Gale, but now Viper has 30% magic resistance on top of
Dire's
everything
top
else because
tower is
of
under
Corrosive Skin.
attack.
So if he Gales the Viper, he'll probably take more damage overall
Yeah.
than the Viper does.
Venno
Dire's
will
top
find a tower kill in the
has
top
fallen.
lane as we see a big rotation from Insidious Idol. All 5 heroes. They won't be able to defend the tower, but they might be able to take a good fight as they're smoked up. They'll bait with the Viper, and the rest of this fight will break out over the tree line. ADTR will be the target of choice. FCFC takes an arrow and a silence. It will be a 2-0 to get things started, going the way of the Dire. Now they'll converge into the lane. Moonlight Shadow's been deployed. They go on to Ghost, who takes a Viper strike. Double Edge comes out to finish him off. Ketchik Imbo will TP home, and that is just not the fight Invasion we're looking for. And Insidious Idol with a smart play around the side of the trees. Nice smoke and good bait with the Viper.
Yeah,
Invasion where
Take it in.
they fell
Taken
for
in
it.
by
Hook, line, and sinker.
Got him.
Yeah, got him. Well, now Insidious Idol, they want to do a little tower push into their own. Looks like they'll do a bit of the grouping, going for the tier 1 up top. But Treant's there, and he's starting to stack up that living armor. It is now level 3. He is yet to grab the overgrowth, very close, but that is kind of a key facet in this upcoming set of team fights. The overgrowth.
So, Insidious is just gonna party farm some of these creeps.
Yeah, get
And I
ABC
think
a
they're
little
gonna-
farm there.
I think they're gonna group again and still try to push this. Skyrise coming up top. Mirana's staying bottom, but they seem to be committed to want to do some damage to this top tower, which I think is not a bad decision.
Yeah. Glancing at the graphs now, I mean, Invasion's still holding on to an okay gold lead. They'll press forward. Shagasaurus goes in. Hoof Stomp on 2. Mech gets used. Echo Slam, and this is looking disastrous. Ghost goes down first. Ketchik falls shortly after.
They really thought they
Oh.
had backed off there. They really
Yeah.
thought their entire team had decided to go somewhere else.
Take back. Uh-oh, Stampede. They'll go on to okay. It'll be another 3-0 exchange. That's a Blink Dagger on
Radiant's
Centaur.
tower is under attack.
These team fights have not gone well for Invasion these last couple of times, Andrew.
Yeah,
It
they were looking good, grabbing some momentum, knocking down those outer towers. Venno
It's-
making the great recovery, but
Insidious have been playing the mind games very well, like baiting well. Their movement isn't very
predictable.
obvious. Yeah, it's not very predictable. They're not. What's the word? They're not. No.
Predictable is a pretty good word.
No, it's like telegraphing it. They're not telegraphing it. They're not making it obvious where they're going.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yes, yeah, you're right. They're not telegraphing, but Marana is finding some
Damn it, man, I
decent
thought that was a
fun.
good word.
It's okay. Is that an expression? I don't know that one. Like,
yeah.
like
I think,
can you use it in a sentence outside
Well,
of Dota?
yeah, for like baseball, if someone's telegraphing his curveball, it's like he's hinting at the fact that he's about to throw a curveball.
Okay.
Or if like the girl is telegraphing that she's not enjoying the date or something, like she's like giving away the fact that she's not enjoying the date.
I'm not privy to that lingo, man.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe I'll have to start working it in. I kind of like it. I like where you're going with it. Yeah, telegraphing is a verb. Marana, she's just going for this nice mid-game fighting build, though. The phase boots, Drone of Endurance, Aquila. Pretty good stuff. Decent right clicks, nice survivability, 1100 HP, not too shabby. Earthshaker, 800 gold, working on that Blink Dagger. Still a ways off, but slow and steady. They will smoke, and they'll make a ghost sandwich. They'll just converge on him here, and should have no problem finishing off. An arrow connects, they'll blink in, and yeah, Venno he's toast.
Trees can't save you.
Yep, now Ketchuk comes forward. Will finish off the creep wave. They ping out ABC. Uh-oh. He's gotten the static link, and Chronosphere. Nope, they won't even need it. He'll just get chopped down. Now the fissure from Rubik, still stolen. Chrono only on one, connects on Chegosaurus, but the telekinesis will push Viper back into it. He survives just long enough to get off the mech, and now Insidious Idol will go on the offensive. It will cost them their Viper. Ketchuk will man up on the Skywrath as well. Meanwhile, Shagosaurus, hoof stomp on two. He's all by his lonesome. The stolen fissure. This has just proved so effective from OK.
It's so good.
It's a 4-0 the other way now. And
because when you think about fissure, one of the worst parts about the skill is the long cast time from Earthshaker. Because he's got to lug the totem and throw it down. When you can instant cast fissure, it's so useful.
Yeah, it's pretty redundant.
It's kind of like Ice Path. When you can still Ice Path as Rubik, it's very strong because of the instant cast time.
Yeah, good point. And FCFC did end a big streak there as he killed Chegosaurus. So a lot of gold going the Void's way. Still number one on net worth by a pretty big margin. And he will be working on a BKB, which he has complete.
Yep, it was Invasion's turn to get a couple of good fights, and they've done that.
Yeah,
Catching up.
A lot of back and forth games there. We'll see it reflected on the graph.
Fun.
But yeah, this Void is now a serious force to be reckoned with. We'll see Venno just start taking out some stacked Ancients as his Plague Ward army.
Some people have their issues with this, Death Ball meta, but I think it causes for a lot of action and fun.
Yeah.
It leads to where the team that executes better wins most games instead of the team that drafts better or rats better or has a better overall game strategy. It's more of executing in team fights. It's more important.
Yeah.
And I think that's exciting to see.
I don't have a big problem with the general strategy of this meta as much as I wish there was just more variety across the heroes.
Yeah.
And I think that happens in every patch once that kind of gets figured out, like the same heroes get first picked and first banned. But
it's not that there's not that wide. I mean, there's a pretty wide amount of heroes being picked, but it's all kind of heroes with the same strengths.
Dire's
right?
middle tower is under
You don't see any late game hard carries anymore. Like Void is considered a late game hard carry, but the way people build him now is more of a mid game fighter.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, you see here no hand to Midas. I mean, the old school hard carry way of building Void was Battle Fury. Battle Fury, AFK farm for half an hour.
You never see that anymore.
Yeah, that is. God, you barely. I feel like Ember Spirit is like the only hero I see Battle Fury on consistently.
Yeah,
that's
about it.
I mean, it's just not. It's not that farming tool that it once was. It takes too long to build up.
You just can't afford to play like that in this meta. You'll just get ran over.
Yep. And that's the same reason Anti-Mage isn't picked right now. That's like exactly why.
Well, you got to go fighting Anti-Mage, man.
I know how much you love your fighting Anti-Mage. Shagosaurus,
it's terrible.
He's in some trouble down here. They'll use the Stampede defensively, but
Rubik will
stolen. Oh, this OK. What a player. They still can't get the damage on Centaur to stop the blink, and he will make it out, but it's a pretty short cooldown, and Rubik will be able to hang on to it.
That's a good spell to steal.
He'll probably be able to get to he'll definitely get to use another Stampede unless he steals something else. So he'll probably try to hold on to it, and maybe they can use that to set up a good initiation somewhere. Ooh, tree grabs an invisibility. It's a translucent tree. Now, we'll see if he can find something that he is now sick, so Overgrowth is on the field. And, yeah, Overgrowth is really good against the Centaur. I guess that's where we're sort of looking at the tree and like, why'd they pick him up if they can catch him when they stampede? Oh, here we go. Void pops his BKB to get things started. They go right in onto Shagosaurus. He wants to do the hoof stomp, but it's not going to do much. There's your Overgrowth out on just the Earthshaker, but it's already a 1-0. Arrow will fly through, misses the Shaker. And they'll continue on. Time walk to the low ground. The Enchant Totem. He'll just get chopped down. captured the charged hammer of the Faceless Void. So nice set of kills there. No Chronosphere
Dire's
used, so
bottom
Invasion
tower
can feel a
is
lot more
under attack.
comfortable just pressing forward. And they will move into this tier 2 tower. They really want to secure this Ags onto the Razor, who, oh, by the way, he had it coming.
Just in time.
Yep. And
Now
they'll
I'm
get a free
really
tower.
feeling like this is Invasion's game. It's almost a direct mirror to the
Dire's
game
bottom
that
tower
we
is
had
under
previously.
attack.
Yeah.
A team that does well in the early stages of the game
Dire's
starts
bottom
losing
tower
those
has
early mid-game team fights, but then the other team just kind of comes back around, starts winning team fights, and then is just going to probably propel past that.
Yeah. This is a really weird primal form of the
Tentacular Time Lord. That's
Lord.
what I use. I use the faceless man or
AKA
faceless monster.
AKA Zoidberg, dude.
Okay, it's Zoidbergy. Zoidberg is based off like the Cthulhu mythos, right?
Yeah.
So
Squids.
it's kind of Cthulhu-y, and it's
Yeah.
also the faceless ones from WoW.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Ysera gets initiated on by that stolen fissure once more. Chronosphere comes out, isolates the Mirana, and now Overgrowth is cooled down. Shagasaurus, he'll pop the Stampede, but you can't go if you got roots around your hooves, Brad. And it'll be a 2-0. Now the stolen Stampede used once more. They'll press forward. They find the Viper. Dust deployed. Shu in some trouble. The Fissure comes out from Earthshaker. Can they bring
She's
down this
still alive.
Viper? Down he goes. The dunk comes through, and we'll finish off the Veno. But still Invasion with a good team fight
Very
there.
true.
Mirana did buy back. And yeah, they get a kill on the Veno, but I think they were hoping for a little bit more. Arrow flies through, will be
Dire's
sidestepped.
bottom tower is under attack.
And Invasion once more get what they're looking
They
for.
also
Okay,
have
did pick
a
up a gem.
medallion on the Treant Protector, so they might be able to. It's kind of a risky Roche here, but with the Viper down for 30 seconds, they might be able to do it.
Ooh, they'll also get this triple stack of Ancients.
Yeah,
That's
they're more
actually
interested
a big
in this
deal.
triple stack.
Yeah, that's a really big deal. 'Cause you always have to look at these as sort of it's a twofold win. Not only are you getting farm, but you're denying this
Right.
huge farm on your enemy's quadrant of the map.
Faceless Void's model in Warcraft 3 was more tentacle-y too, because it was that Faceless One model.
Yeah, that's true. He did have some tentacles. Tentacles. Oh, squiddy. Oh, arrow flying through. This time it might connect on
I
an
like-
illusion.
I like that the Mirana's using the pay-to-lose Sacred Arrow.
Yeah, the one that's easier to dodge.
That's easier to see.
Yeah, you see it coming
It's so
from a
bright.
mile
It's
away.
like white. There's way more contrast. I don't know why you'd use that arrow.
Yeah, no, it's actually true. That's one that is very, very bold. And in something like an arrow, bold is not what you want. You want stealthy. You want
No.
incognito.
Dude,
That's what
dude,
you're
we
going
should make
for.
a BTS arrow that's gray.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Blends in perfectly.
Uh-oh,
It's green
stolen
on Radiant,
Stampede. They'll
gray
use it
on
onto
Dire.
Chew once more. There's the Venomous Gale to follow up. The arrow will connect onto Ketchik.
Ketchik
And
might blow up here.
Shagasaurus comes in. Yeah, they'll bring down the Razor to get this started. ADTR with a big Overgrowth Void come in. And he's got the Chronosphere right onto Ysera. And he will chop him down. That'll be the first kill. Can he play cleanup? Now brings down the Skywrath Mage. Going on to the Centaur. Pops his stick charges. His BKB is expired, so the Enchant Totem will do some serious work.
Yes,
Big
he
Brad chops
know.
him down.
Turn around on.
Oh, buddy. Now, okay, going to the high ground. Getting rather bold here. Going in onto ABC. No dunk, but the Enchant Totem will connect with the stun on two. Brings down the Rubik. Now ABC tries to TP home. Oh, Ghost
And
will
then
just
Ghost
take him
breaks
out.
Ghost breaks his TP.
Shagasaurus
Rex is going to come
versus
back in because of it. Oh!
Oh, Centaur.
Brad!
He did not do the math on that one.
No, he did not.
And
so
Venom,
it's,
look at that. It's just one survivor, and he's
It's
the guy that walks
Ragnarok.
away with the gem.
it's Ragnarok, man.
That was...
Explosive.
I'm thinking just more of the Centaur. That was I think he might have gotten excited because there was the gem. Like after that
Right.
big exchange, to have one person survive, that's the fight. You really want to have one person survive to keep the gem. So Ghost living there was actually kind of a big deal, and I think Centaur was thinking, all right, if I can hop in and kill him, I can get the gem. But it was a suicide mission either way. The wards were there, so even if he got the kill and got very low from the
Wards
double
are
edge,
gonna kill him, right.
he was dead. The poison was going to finish him off. So he still wasn't going to get the gem. He wasn't going to walk away with it. I don't know. I don't really know what the
man.
strategy was there.
Brad being Brad.
Yeah. So looking at the graphs, that just benefited Invasion. The net worth will be a break even, but look at the experience. That
Right.
really gives them a huge burst now. And Void will have his Maelstrom complete. I think he had it for that fight. Razor looking towards his BKB. And Veno, I think he's moving on to a pipe. He's just hanging on to this headdress. So maybe just a casual headdress for now. That's always an option. It is just a good value item when you're in lane trying to push towers.
It's not rough. Earthshaker will get his Blink Dagger, so they're looking to maybe turn the scales and maybe be doing a little bit better in these team fights now as Insidious, but I don't know, man. With Keshik having his ags up and these items coming along for the rest of his team, I feel like Invasion is really going to have to be the worst executors in these fights.
Centaur is their leading farmer, and that's usually not a great sign. Oh, Chu gets initiated on here. We'll take a Venomous Gale and Telekinesis to get things started. Void time walking his way in. Arrow connects onto OK, and the Mystic Flare is there to bring him down. Skywrath caught inside of the Chrono. Poison Nova comes out from Ghost. He's getting clicked down hard by the Viper, but Living Armor helps keep him alive. ABC with the dunk finishes off the Veno. Right now it's a 2 for 2 as now Mirana joins the party. Doing some decent damage, but Insidious Idol just don't have the damage. The arrow will secure the kill on the tree, and now Ketchik forced back, sipping up the bottle. They will look to reinitiate here. Eye of the Storm soon to expire. Void will solo down the Earthshaker. Ultra kill for FCFC.
Going for the rampage.
No leap available for Ysera. And this
the bash rampage for FCFC.
Well, that's kind of a nail in the coffin type play. Not over yet, but FZFC, he's balling out of control. Now doubling the leading farmers of Invasion. 3,000 gold. Talk about a breadwinner.
I like this build. We're getting the Midas.
Yeah.
He wanted to fire early. He didn't go for the Aghanim
so.
Scepter. He got the Mask of Madness, the Maelstrom, the BKB, so
he has
to make sure he can fight.
14 kills. He's 14, 2, and 5. That's the great thing about when you rush the power treads into the Mask of Madness. It just gives you so much kill potential. In this game, he got that first tower kill at the 6-minute mark, something like that. So he had the Mask of Madness right around the time he got the Chronosphere.
It's the most cost-effective damage.
Yeah,
you can do.
And if you can get it that early, it's just absurd how much you can. You can use that as the kill potential, sort of snowball you in the stead of a Midas, and you're also shutting down your opponent instead of just static.
And now he picks up the Maelstrom and speeds up his farming. So
yeah, and again, sort of playing that same role. So BKB almost out for the Razor Void. I have to imagine he'll go for a Mjolnir next, but no, he wants the upgraded Chronosphere. He'll go for a kind of late game Ag Scepter, which is an interesting choice here. I don't think it's bad, but it's just interesting. Usually you'll see it either a higher priority item, so it comes out earlier, or as we talked about, for more of a Wombo-y kind of team. But he's big enough now. This is one of those games where he's the position 1 also, and he's kind of like, well, I'm already wrecking people in damage. So if I can chrono more, that means it's more time I can solo people. And I think that's sort of the thought process here.
He already does a ridiculous amount of damage with Mom Maelstrom, but I don't know.
So far, basically every chrono has secured him at least 1 kill, if not 2.
The thing you also got to think about is Ags tanks him up a decent amount too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So that's pretty useful against this sustained damage.
They'll get carried away by Moonlight Shadow. Brad comes in, misses the hoof stomp. Now the chrono on 3. That'll completely split the dire side, and they'll be able to bring down the Centaur, or will they? The mech from Chu right there, and now the Mystic Flare will push back FCFC. The rest of Invasion coming in. Poison Nova from Ghost. They will still get the kill on Centaur as the Overgrowth comes through. Now Red taking a lot of damage. He will fall. A nice fissure to break things up. Will allow the rest of Insidious Idol to mount the retreat, but still a 2-0. Ghost almost walks into that one. BKB now completed on Razor, and Invasion find yet another good exchange.
Like we said, Invasion's in the lead here. If Insidious wants to be able to come back, they got to execute perfectly, and missing your hoof stomp after the blink is not executing perfectly.
Yeah, the very antithesis, in fact. As I think Void, does he have a full Ags? Where's the courier? Yep, there it is. Ag Scepter hiding on Coco. The Honey Badger. Is there a Honey Badger courier? I feel like that should be a thing. Damn it, I shouldn't have said that out loud.
Man, free consultation. What is this?
The Honey Badger. Well, this gem has proved very effective as well. Invasion have held onto it the entire time. They've just taken full map control. Let's look at Dire Vision, and they have none. If there aren't creeps or heroes there, they ain't seeing much. Radiant, they do only have 1 observer down right now, so they don't have a huge amount of vision either, but they have the control right now. When you're on the back foot, vision is a little bit more important. And that's where Insidious Idol is finding themselves in Stroke City. Heaven's Halberd, though, on the Centaur. I like that item. Helps him tank up a little bit.
Yeah, it's really good to deal with a Void because there's just mass amounts of semi-low damage right clicks that's coming out, so the Invasion is preferable.
Except for the Chronosphere. Gives him, disables that evasion. But
oh, yeah, that's right. I forget about it, disabling evasion.
Oh, Chu up top. He'll get caught in the Chrono. Oh, there's that fissure. Earthshaker, one of the better heroes to try to deal with the Void just for that very reason. And that fissure will actually be enough to keep Chu alive in tandem with the Stampede. And Invasion will just back out, wait for that cooldown to refresh, but only 60 short seconds away.
Yeah, it's more like with the Aghanim Scepter, it's
Dire's
more of
top
like a
tower
game-winning
is under
item, right?
attack.
Let's go ahead and win this game in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Is what I think his idea there is. He doesn't really need any more damage to do it. The real way for them to win is just getting clutch chronos, and there's nothing the other team can do about it at that point.
Yeah.
So I think that was more his idea. He doesn't need to farm more. He doesn't really need to do more right click. He just needs to win the game.
Yeah, and he will probably look for a Mjolnir next just to well, up that RNG factor, I guess. those
Makes
time
sense. It's
locks.
the next item at this point. Yep.
Yeah. Arrow flies through, and Ketchuk will be able to sidestep it. Mirana has picked up her Maelstrom now, so kind of the first core item after those mid-game fighting items
Dire's middle
that she picked up
tower is
early on.
under
Insidious
attack.
Idol kind of grouped up about that bottom tier 1. Invasion have already killed the tier 2 tower up top, and now Ketchuk will use his Eye of the Storm. Tier 2 mid looks like it will fall. They have a glyph available, won't use it.
Dire's
He'll eat an
middle
arrow
tower
here.
has fallen.
FCFZ zoning with the time walk,
Yeah.
posturing for a chrono, but this time we'll save it.
Smart to not throw it out. Some more or less experienced voids probably would have tried to go for that chrono and whiffed on the Mirana.
Yeah. And also just all you had to do is posture there. They're not really looking for a pickoff on the Mirana. They'll save it for a team
Radiant's
fight. And now they
bottom
want to move
tower
into the Roche
is
pit
under
and make sure they
attack.
have the big ulti available. And with the medallion, this Roche is going down
Insidious is
very
in a
fast.
odd position to be able to. Yeah, they're not gonna be able to counter the stall.
They
they're
need
all
the
split
Centaur
up,
to do
though.
it. Yeah, if they had the Centaur inbound and he could stampede, blink in, maybe they could try, but ADTR, he's on the high ground here.
Radiant's
He's ready for that.
bottom tower
And
is
he'll
under attack.
he'll have his
Radiant's
overgrowth
bottom
at the
tower
ready.
has fallen.
It's really hard to blink in with all these wards. He's in a
Yeah.
as well.
And that'll be the end of
Roshan
Roche.
has
Razor,
fallen to the
Razor the one to pick up the Aegis of the Immortal. Takes an arrow, but won't be too upset about it. Okay, uh-oh, he'll be the very opposite of that as he gets cut down by the Earthshaker. The Enchant Totem doing some work. He was not the gem
Radiant's
carrier
bottom
right there, though.
tower
It
is
is in the
under
inventory
attack.
of the Treant, so smart play to
Brad.
pass it off. Uh-oh. Oh, wow. Yeah,
Cut to
Void.
pieces.
Void finds the solo chrono. Yeah, that's my bad. I'm looking for the gem, and Void's looking for a solo kill.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So 1 for 1, Rubik for the Centaur. Yeah, things are still falling apart for Insidious Idol. 15,000 gold, 12,000 experience. Invasion are in great shape. Definitely their game to throw at this point, I'd say.
Indeed. Insidious is just, like we said earlier, have to execute perfectly, and at the end of the day, they're just not doing it.
Yep.
In a lot of these fights, it's still a possibility that they can win some of these fights. It's hard to ever say that a Earthshaker Skywrath combo is ever completely out because of the amount of damage they can dole out if they can take the right engagements, but it's just so difficult.
Yeah, Ghost TP's into an arrow, connects with a Gale onto Ysera, who will just TP home, recognizing there could be some support inbound. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, FCFC, Silence, stunned up, but does use the BKB, pops the chrono, and will just take down Red. Maybe looking for a bit more than that, but will be okay to just survive and turn it around. Oh, now a Blink Dagger on the Venomancer.
Okay. He's just doing the dive bomb.
Yeah.
He just wants
Kamikaze
to.
Venom.
Yeah, he just wants to pipe his team, blink in, ult and die, and that's cool.
He is
He does
16
that.
now, so that Poison Nova is pretty
A
potent.
lot of damage.
Yep, old Ruby here has himself an invisibility rune, just scouting it out, seeing what's going down. Well, won't find a hell of a lot. Ooh, bottom lane. There's going to be some initiation onto Chu. Double invisibility, boys. And, well, ADTR will start things off. Now there's the overgrowth to follow up. BKB used by Ketchuk. And Chu is pretty tanky. Stampede flies through. That will create some good space for him. But he has absolutely no
Force
right
staff
click.
into
And
the leech
oh, yeah, there's your leech seed. In comes the Centaur. This Razor hurts right now, though. He will get disarmed. Now takes a Viper Strike. Arrow flies through. Will be off the mark. The Viper Strike actually helped him out a little bit. But FCFC, BKB on. Will pump fake the Chronosphere. Doesn't want to use it just for the Viper if he can avoid it. But will have to commit. And that will secure his monster kill streak. Viper does have a buyback. So I don't think they'll be able to breach high ground. But they may go for it and try to force a buyback here.
I think that chrono is worth it because you might have to
Yeah.
force a buyback from the Viper here, and once again, he's got the Aghanim Scepter, so he can kind of throw these Chronospheres out without having to think about it too much.
Yeah.
Just convenient.
No, absolutely right. And they still have the Venomancer ulti to fly through, so plenty of damage output here. There is a Dire Glyph as well, so they can make a decent hold. Ketchuk in the front lines. He is the Aegis of the Immortal carrier, so he'll be happy to get initiated upon. and take the heat off of his team wherever possible. Ultimate just laying into the tower. They'll try and save the glyph as long as possible, and we'll actually just save it for the barracks. They let the tier 3 tower fall. Viper really doesn't want to buy back here. If he can avoid it. Now the glyph comes out. Only 10 seconds on the Viper. Moonlight Shadow deployed. They'll go in onto Ketchik.
Invasion's
Shagasaurus
got to be able to
blinks
back it up
forward,
if he pops his Aegis.
yeah. His ultimate does expire now, and they've got this melee rack slow. They will try to commit to it. Viper TPing forward, but there's your Chronosphere from FZFZ. Right onto Shagasaurus, zoning them out. That will secure the melee rack skills. The wards take it down, and also find a free hero kill out of it. ABC comes in, dunk onto FCFC, Mystic Flare on top of it. Plenty of damage, and that'll be a 1,200 gold streak going the way of the Viper. So huge swing of momentum coming for him. Shagasaurus will buy back, secures the kill onto the Rubik, and now Invasion on the retreat.
Get a couple of kills here. They might get Keshik and the Treant Protector.
Can they? ADTR, he goes invisible.
No,
Ketchik.
he's going to get away.
Yep, he'll TP
It's
home.
not quite as good as it could have been for Insidious. They lose one Rax, and
they lose a barracks, force a buyback on the Centaur.
they ended the monster kill streak, which is useful, but at the end of the day, it's going to probably just be too little too late.
Yeah.
I feel like Heart is not the item that's going to win in this game either.
Yeah, exactly. Viper he's doing some damage, you know, he's pretty tanky,
It's
but
just not a damage item for him. Like,
yeah, I mean, what's it going to do? Make it so that the Void has to spend more time killing him in the Chrono? I mean, that's true, but I don't know how that is, like you said, how is that going to really win them the game? Looking rough for the Dire side. I think still in the hands of Invasion to throw. And now with that one lane of racks down, they still have the Aegis of the Immortal. That's the other thing out of that fight. They lost the Void, but Razor still has plenty of time left on the Aegis. Or, oh, actually, no, not plenty of time. Only 1 minute.
Well, they could high ground mid here. They have Storm up very soon.
Yeah, they do have it up, yeah.
His Refresher might be on the way. Is it complete? The Courier's on the way.
Yep.
There it is. So he's going to
Well,
have double ult and about 30 seconds left on his Aegis. He's going to try to melt this thing down.
And no glyph. So this is
Burn it
looking
to
rough.
the ground.
He will not refresh right away, though. Just on the Singleton ultimate to get things started. ABC with the Fissure flying through. Radiant will glyph as Mirana is trying to split push in the top lane. Razor uses the BKB very early on. Steals a little bit of damage. Not a lot, but just enough to buff up his right click. That'll be the end of the tier 3 tower mid. Rubik steals a Starstorm. Nothing too crazy. Fissure, again, blocking out Ketchik Imba. The Aegis is just about to expire, and he'll just hold the refresher for now.
Yeah, they're aware of that. So
Just a free tier 3 tower, though. So good exchange for
he'll get the
for
sick
Invasion.
heal, though.
Yep, gonna get the regeneration rune. Yeah, there you go. So, good stuff for the Razor, and now Invasion can just continue to push in. They know Centaur has burned his buyback, so if they can pick him off, perhaps in a Chronosphere, then he'll be dead, and nothing he can do about it. So, patience is a virtue here. They do some decent damage to the melee barracks, but with the double Eye of the Storm, they can basically just run in and zerg the racks at this stage.
That's what they're going to do.
And Ketchik still holding the refresher, wants to make sure he uses it at the ideal time. BKB coming up in just a couple seconds, and will be repelled. Moonlight Shadow now has been used, will expire. Ketchik uses the BKB this time, and that's the refresher as FCFC goes in, connects on 2. Poison Nova, and, well, be an easy set of kills to get things started. They do a lot of damage to ABC as he 4-stabs back. Chew in the front lines, trying to bring down the Viper, but he'll stand his ground. And
Razor now.
yeah, they just GG out. Razor's way too big. Mid lane of Rax goes down, and this will be an easy push for the throne.
Great game from Invasion there.
Yeah, looking very
FCFC
tight.
played, and it's like there was a lot of talk about Razor and how Ketchik farmed, but FCFC just executed so well for that entire match.
I think it just all goes back to that early tower kill. He grabbed so much momentum off of it and never let it go. If you let a Void get free farm and then a tower hit in the first 5-6 minutes, you can expect him to be ridiculous. That is just absurd. Like, he was involved in 29 of their 35 kills and personally picking up 21. Got the rampage. Oh, what?
He even he TP'd early. Remember, he went top to help his Venomancer out and got a double kill.
Yep. That Roman Void.
Helps out.
Yeah, so that was game number 2, guys. We got one more coming up. Mineski versus First Departure. It's scheduled to start ASAP. Hopefully there aren't too many delays getting into it, but we'll be back after this short break.